Okay, guys, so moving on into lemons, I have chapter 15, which is titled Operation Bluff Creek Expedition. I have for you three different choices for activities that you can do. These are optional, and they'll be due Wednesday morning, by Wednesday, I should say. I shouldn't say Wednesday morning, but by Wednesday afternoon. If you'd like, as I said, they are optional. If you have any questions about them, you can ask, and they'll be attached on the email along with this video, okay? At number 9, Tobin sticks out his ninth finger. The forest there is thick, he explains. We know it's rich enough in resources to support a large, omnivorous primate species, one that is rare and forages over a wide area. And finally, number 10. Now, this is the biggest reason Bluff Creek is the best place to find a Bigfoot. It's the place where Patterson and Gimlin shot the original film. This is what I get when I make the mistake of asking Tobin a question about Bluff Creek. Yet another chapter of the Bigfoot Encyclopedia Britannica spews from his lips. It's Friday, just after lunch, and we're on the driveway loading Jake up for the trip. It's not going to shut, I tell Charlie, shading my eyes from the sun. He's been trying to close the back end of the station wagon for the last 15 minutes. It's packed with everything we'll need for the expedition to Bluff Creek, and then some. 3 fat sleeping bag rolls, 2 days' worth of food, pots, pans, clothes, jackets, towels, backpacks, a first aid kit, and 1 roll of toilet paper. I just think we need some teamwork, guys, Charlie says. On 3. All 3 of us line our hands up along the back hatch. 1, 2, 3, we all say together. That does it. The door slams and the lock latches. Everybody ready? Charlie asks. Ready, Tobin hollers, scrambling to the front seat. Shotgun! It's all yours. I open the back door like I couldn't care less, which I really couldn't. Then we have to listen to Tobin flap his gums the whole way there. I surf wind waves with my hand out the window and do my best to ignore him. I have more important things to worry about at this moment. First and foremost, where am I going to go to the bathroom? And the more I think about having to go outside in the woods, the more I feel like I have to go right this minute. Even though the late afternoon air is hot, my back feels sticky against the tan vinyl, and my tongue is drier than dirt, I don't take even 1 sip of water from the canteen Charlie brought along. Hello, Earth to Lemonade, Tobin is saying. Huh? I ask. Charlie's talking to you, he says. Oh, what? I asked Charlie. Well, I said I made it up to the elementary school yesterday morning to get you registered for the fall, Charlie says, looking at me in the rearview mirror. I just look away. Oh, is all I can think of saying to that. Tobin turns around in the passenger seat to look at me. That means you're staying. And he cracks a smile from under his safari hat. What's this all about? Charlie asks. Nothing, I say, glaring at Tobin. Lemonade said she's not staying, Tobin tells Charlie. Big fat blabbermouth. She says that's the reason she can't be my partner, because she's going home. She said something like she's blowing this newsstand. Wrong, I say. You said I couldn't be your partner. I didn't say I wouldn't be a partner. And it's a popsicle stand, not a newsstand. Who blows a newsstand? Who blows a popsicle stand? He asks. And what does that even mean anyway? He's got me there. And just so you know, I'm not making someone partner if they're going to just show up and leave at any time. Charlie's eyes are on me again in the rearview mirror, and it seems like they have a lot of questions in them. Questions I don't want to answer. Well, if your plans change, Charlie tells me, as he starts to talk about the weather. I've got you enrolled in the same 5th grade class as Tobin, with Mrs. Santa Maria, starting in September. But the casual words that come out of his mouth don't match the eyes looking at me in the mirror. That's so cool. Tobin flashes another smile at me. She's the best teacher in 5th grade. She gives the least amount of homework, and she bakes cupcakes for the class when it's your birthday. It's getting really hard to breathe, and I can feel the volcano bubbling up low in my gut. I want to tell them both not to count on me staying. I want to tell them both that I don't belong in this place. I want to tell them both that I'm going home. But I don't. Instead, for the rest of the trip, I pretend to be sleeping in the back while Tobin and Charlie play the license plate game, then the alphabet game, and then they sing Row, Row, Row Your Boat about 1,000,001 times. First, they just sing it regular, but then Tobin gets the idea to sing it in a round. Charlie can't carry a tune if his life depended on it, and he keeps starting in all the wrong places and adding all kinds of silly words instead of singing the right ones. Each time Charlie joins in, it gives Tobin a fit of giggles, and then they have to start all over again. They sound like they're having fun, and it makes part of me wish I hadn't pretended to be sleeping the whole time, but I don't know how to invite myself in after I spewed my lava all over everything. At just after 6 o'clock in the evening, we finally pull into the spot where we're going to set up camp. Now I really have to go to the bathroom, and there isn't a single stall or outhouse or gas station in sight. I don't know how to ask Charlie about it, so I just hold it in and I shift my legs. That works for a while, and then my gut starts hurting so bad, and the whole leg shifting thing doesn't work anymore. I think my bladder might explode. It makes me wonder if anyone has ever died from explosive bladder syndrome. Charlie and Tobin are all still pounding stakes into the ground and setting up the tent while I'm unpacking the supplies. The last thing I pull out of the brown grocery bag is the roll of toilet paper, which makes my bladder hurt even worse. And I decide I can't wait another second. And I tap Charlie on the arm. Where do we, and I'm shifting my legs all over. Ah, Charlie says before I get any more words out. Follow me. Tobin, we'll be right back. I feel my cheeks burning. Tobin isn't even paying attention. He's too busy hammering at a steak. Charlie grabs a roll of toilet paper and says, Follow me. Bring the bag too. In the woods, we generally find a place and we designate it the restroom area. Let's find one together where we can all have some privacy when we need it. You mean I really have to go in the middle of the woods? I asked. That's right. What if a bear decides to make me his dinner while I'm out here going? Or a rattlesnake falls out of the trees and lands on my head and bites me in the nose? Or, I promise you, Lem, it'll be fine. And I can stay with you if you need me to. I'd rather be eaten, I say, and he chuckles. I follow him through the woods until he finds a spot not real far from where Tobin's still hammering on the tent. It's a small clearing next to a fallen tree. Would you like me to stand over that way and wait for you? Charlie asks me. Not even a little bit, I say as I grab the toilet paper. I want to tell him, too, that Mama buys double ply, but I don't because my bladder isn't going to last till I get the words out. Okay, just right back up that same path we came down and call out if you need to come to me to get you. I'll hear you. You can just leave the roll of toilet paper right there for everyone to use as they need. Okay, as I start shifting my leg from one place to the other. I watch his dark blue windbreaker through the trees and bushes until I can't see it anymore. As if this day, this year, this life could not get any worse. Now I'm unbuttoning my shorts, pulling down my Sears brand cotton underwear, and I'm peeing in the middle of the woods. At Mrs. Dickerson's house, I'd be eating all the cookies I wanted and peeing in her flowery smelling bathroom filled with lilac-colored rugs and towels that smell like downy fabric softener. I bet she has Mr. Bubble, too, and a pink sponge instead of just a stupid bar of Irish Spring and a plain blue washcloth.